What is up, y'all? So this one is a special one because this is one of the highly anticipated IEMs that just recently dropped, especially at the $399 or what were we talking about, $300 to $400 price range, where I feel like there's so many great IEMs right now that are dropping. And this one was the talk of Can Jam New York. Everybody was like, yo, have you heard the Pilgrim, the Pilgrim, the Pilgrim this, the Pilgrim that? And then people heard about how much the Pilgrim was supposed to cost, and they were like, no, there's no way it's going to be that cheap. If it is, it's going to change everything. It's going to be different. And that is what Elysian is going after. They want to kind of shuffle, change, be a disruptor at that $400 price point. And honestly, I feel like they've pretty much done it. Today's review, we're going to talk about the Elysian Pilgrim. So here we go, the Elysian Pilgrim. Was super excited about these, heard them at Can Jam, heard the prototype, and was blown away. What I was mainly blown away by was how polished and great they sounded, but specifically the price. So they come in at $399, and I feel like from what I heard then at Can Jam and now, they punch way higher than that. You get really good sound, really like up, I would say some of the best sound you can get below $1,000. So they're creeping in kind of on that total because a lot of people think total is around 1,000. So they kind of creep up towards that, and that's very good, especially for the $400 price. You get one dynamic driver and 3 Sunyon balance armatures. So this is the box. Got Pilgrim here, Elysian here. Slide this up. And inside, you have a second box, and it says make no compromises. Inside here, you'll find things like your cloth, some information, and your warranty card. But here are the Elysian Pilgrim. Very, very good looking. Kind of cool, the first path. The ones that Can Jam weren't finished. They were prototypes, so they did not have the brushed with the shiny going back and forth in design. And I really think the final design is an excellent looking IEM. It's a metal IEM, but it's very light, very comfortable, and it's just a really, really good looking IEM, I think. So you lift this up. And if you do get these, make sure you grab a hold of these and you pull up because the case inside is rather tight. And I unfortunately pulled this out without pulling the case out. And it took me a bit to get the case out. So just a little warning. Inside the case, well, let's talk about the case first. The case is a nice case. I'm not sure if it's real or fake leather, but it's a nice case. Not something you put in your pocket, but great for storage, I believe. Inside, we'll start with, you'll find your tips in here, and your cleaning utensil is right in there. These are spin fit, very nice tips, work well with it. And then this is your cable, and it really is a gorgeous cable. You've got the design here, and you've got 4.4 here. And as far as cables go, I feel like this is a really nice cable for the price. Didn't have any microphonic problems. It's not too skinny, not too thick. It's just the right size and very pliable, very comfortable, nice cable. So I really like the cable. So yeah, that's the unboxing of the Pilgrim, and then we're going to go on to fit and finish. Talk about comfort. These are very, very, very comfortable. They're very light. In fact, they almost feel impossibly light sometimes. I don't know what's going on between $300 and $400, but between the Project M, the Dusk, these, such good looking IEMs. Like they're really making an effort to make their IEMs look good and stand out. I have no issues when it comes to comfort. Again, you can wear these for hours. I love the cable. I think this is the best cable amongst the 4 of them. Between the Hype 4, the Dusk, the Project M's. Like, this is just a beautiful cable, well made, and it looks really good. Like, honestly, the Pilgrim looks the part. It's a very good looking IEM. All right, so let's talk about sound with the Elysian Pilgrim. I felt that, well, let's take it back. So if you've heard the Annihilator, that is their primo awesome IEM. And the beauty of the Annihilator is what Lee has done with the treble. So I feel like with a lot of companies that treble is kind of toned back or not done so well because it can be jarring for some people. It can be grating, it can be cymbalate, it can hurt your ears. But the amazing thing about Lee is he's figured it out. The Annihilator has present, beautiful, not too sharp, just awesome tuning to the treble. And after hearing The Pilgrim in New York City, I thought that's what I would be mainly focusing on, especially since that's kind of his thing. But I'm kind of shocked because what I found most intoxicating about The Pilgrim is not the treble, it's not the mids, it's the bass. There's something about the low rumble. It gets really low, really deep, pretty good mid bass, but it's just got this rumble to it, this texture. It's just great bass. It's like my favorite bass now. And especially also with the Noir, which gives a little bit more mid bass, but like, wow. For $3.99, this is like my favorite bass. I'm talking about between the Hype 4, talking about between the Critical Dusk, which I really like the bass on that too. And I also love the Hype 4's bass. Hype 4 has excellent bass. But there's just something that hits a little bit differently when it comes to the Pilgrim's bass. I don't know what it is. The mids are nice and clear, detailed. Um, Enjoyed a lot of music with them. I'll get into that in a second. The treble is very good. It's very extended. I didn't find it too bright or too sibilant. That's one of the great things about Lee's tuning, that he's able to make it present, but not present in a way where it's annoying or too sibilant, bright, just jarring. Like, no, it's really good treble, especially for the price point. So I feel like when it comes to the Pilgrim, you've got this fun tuning with really addicting bass. Like the bass is just awesome, but it's this fun tuning where you can listen to a lot of things. For example, Polyphia sounds great on them. Rock, Sincato, which is one of my favorite. Charlie Robbins, I believe is his name. Especially stuff like Prestige on his newest album sounds really good on these. You get the cymbals, you get clear guitar, you get the punchy bass. It's just a really engaging listen. Vocals sound good on it, so I'll admit it, I'm a huge fan of Billie Eilish, and her newest album, Chihiro, sounds awesome. Her older albums, Phineas and what he does with production is just extraordinary. So I use a lot of Billie Eilish for testing tracks because it's just produced so well. Plus, she's a great singer. Um, so let's see. And then Yiba, I use a lot of Yiba to do test tracks, but I also use a lot of other stuff. I think I shared my playlist on one of the comments the other day, and I listened to Chick Corea, Bobby McFerrin, like a whole different bunch of genres. And for me, The Pilgrim does them very nicely. Just a fun, engaging, detailed, great sounding IEM for $3.99. So I think what they wanted to do was they wanted to come into this space, this $300 to $400 space, and kind of disrupt it a little bit and make something special, make something that you're used to getting at a higher price. And I think they really did. I think the treble's a little bit ahead. The mids are really, really super nice. But there's something about the bass on the Pilgrim. The Noir, even more so because the mid bass pushed a little bit and it's a warmer sounding IEM. But I almost feel like the Noir, I think that's the light and dark here, because the Pilgrim can give you like that rock and roll and all that kind of stuff. This can give you the jazz, the Noir can, and you combine the two, and you've got kind of like a perfect set to play off each other. But I do really like the tuning of the Pilgrim. I think they knocked it out of the park. I think it hits harder than most of the $300 to $400. I think it can go up to 5 to 6, and it's an excellent, excellent IEM. So, would I buy this? $300 to $400 is a lot of money for some people, but I feel like in this price right now, we've got some real bangers. We got the Hype 4, we've got the Project M, we've got the Dusk. But I think the one, and I just don't know what it is, but there's something about the bass that I really like on this one. And this is one that you could just buy and enjoy your music, and that's it. I think you get an amazing cable with it. The presentation when you unbox it is spectacular. Excuse me. You get some nice spin fit tips. So I think the total package and the design. I think the design is killer. I really like the design of it. So when you put all that together, I think it's a definite buy and it'd be worth your money. But again, always try to listen to something just to make sure you make the right decision. But I think this would be a good one. Talk to you soon.